Due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Hurry.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll go option to the short side. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And that play there, boy, almost looked like it was a video game and he didn't know what the pitch button was. Not very well executed.
Yeah, and if you don't know what it is, you better figure it out fast. I suggest knowing it before you actually run that play.
180! Hey, 18.
On second down, Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on second down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Gotta go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Gotta go.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryans. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, it might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They run with Breida, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That
blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now it's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Over the middle, complete. It's right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but and this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he puts it through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now come the Redskins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Trubisky to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
This might be a free play here for Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Hey, South. Gun. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. First down now, but that clock rolling.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, Ryan. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action, Ryan. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. David Njoku as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flushed out right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. This is caught. It's Ryan Bland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early. But I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Zerline now for the PAT. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Ryan got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly. And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes. And he went all the way into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
Come on, gotta go. Go!
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here come the Redskins now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Eagles have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Johnson was the intended receiver. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Hey, Tuesday. Wait.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Gotta go. Red up.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
12.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
21.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, get some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And his pass incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Deion Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Underneath for Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the... And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Leonard Williams in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Trubisky. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Able to slither by. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Get up! Four down. Check. 11. Hey, gun. Check, 53.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Hey, 18.
On second down, Trubisky. crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defense.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gun.
Now Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
18.
Back to throw. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Gun.
Ryan wants to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Here's Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing now is Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He's back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
Red, 18. Move.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Redskins, it'll be a 500 start as